Should I contact my wife's affair partner? Today in this video, you guys, we're going to talk a little bit about the pros and cons of whether or not you want to approach the affair partner of your spouse. And we're going to talk about a couple of key principles to think about before you decide whether or not you want to go jump into that. What's going on, you guys? I'm Tyler, your wandering therapist. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about the process of healing from an affair. One of the things that happens right after the discovery of an affair is finding out that my partner has been having a relationship with somebody else. And sometimes there's a number of different questions that come up about who that person is. A lot of times it's somebody we might actually know. Sometimes it's a total stranger. But oftentimes there's this desire to want to try to find closure by approaching the other person who our partner has had an affair with. And so today we're going to talk a little bit about whether or not it's wise to do that and what the right reasons might be to do it and what some of the wrong reasons might be to do it. So the first thing you want to think about is to ask yourself, why would I be pursuing a conversation with this outside person? And that's a good question to ask because it's going to slow down your response. It's going to have you think really about whether or not this is going to be a productive thing. So if I ask myself that question, then I start to say, well, you know what? The person that she's had an affair with or he's had an affair with also has a family. And I feel like it wouldn't be very good to have another spouse out there that doesn't know what's going on. That might be a reason that would fall under the pros for approaching and expressing those things. If, on the other hand, I ask myself that very same question and the why comes back because I'm ticked off and I want to express my feelings, then that might not be the right reason, and you'd be better off calling up Jerry Springer and going on the show there where you can do something for show business at least. Jerry, 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 right? That's what ends up happening. If I'm going to be approaching my partner's affair partner and I cannot stay out of drama myself, there's never a good reason to go do that. If I'm going to approach it and I know that I can't stay out of drama where I'm going to be on the attack, or I'm going to be yelling or screaming, or I'm going to be blaming, and I'm doing it simply just to gratify my own pride, the answer to your question is no. Don't approach those things. It's not going to be helpful. It's the kind of thing that ends up getting you shot in a Walmart parking lot like we saw a couple of years ago. It's not worth doing. There's a different way to approach the healing. Something else that you might need to consider with this question is that oftentimes we feel our anger go towards the person who's outside of our relationship, when in reality, the relationship that's right in front of us is the one that we need to attend to. We might be better off spending our time focusing on the relationship that's in front of us. The simple truth is, even though it's hard to hear, that your partner is the one who stepped out on you in the affair. This isn't really even about the other person. This is about the fact that you're in a relationship with somebody and you've got to figure out how to navigate that and make your choices as to whether or not you want to stay and work it out and make things right, or whether it's time to make some decisions and move on. Any energy that you spend outside of that relationship is often going to be wasted energy because it's not going to yield a result for you. It's not actually going to end up helping you feel better or make better decisions about yourself. You're still going to be in the process of trying to figure out how to heal and mend the broken heart that you have and to make the hard decisions that are now in front of you based off of the reality of what's happened. I know this stuff is really, really hard and difficult. It's a hard thing to try to make sense of things when your life has been turned upside down. It's a natural thing to want to go and try to find out what the story was, to try to confront the place where you feel like there's the problem. It's a normal thing to feel those things. The key here is to stop, to pause, and to ask yourself if it's going to be helpful for you to do it in healing your own heart and in protecting other people. If the answer is yes, then consider approaching it in a way where you're not going to be going into drama, and you're going to be able to do it productively. But more often than not, the answer is probably no. Spend your time and energy on educating yourself about overcoming betrayal trauma. Spend your time and energy on working on whether or not your relationship is something that you want to work on and heal. And spend your time with your partner deciding whether or not it's the work you want to do. So hopefully this is helpful to you. If you're in pain from going through some of these things with betrayal through an affair, you can get additional help at lovestrong.com. We have a number of online courses that can help with this process, and we also have access to online counseling to help you with the process of healing. Thank you guys. Have a great day.
Thank you so much for being here with me. If you found this to be valuable for you, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you're facing particular struggles that you need help with or roadblocks that you're running into, please submit a question. I'd be happy to answer it for you.